Thank God, in the city of Philadelphia, we still have the Philadelphia 76ers because after yesterday's Eagles loss against the Miami Dolphins, a good performance by the Philadelphia 76ers is exactly what this city needed. Guys, I'm at Parceo Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And today, guys, I'm giving you the Daily Cap with me. Today we're going to discuss the Sixers Monday night game against the Utah Jazz as well. We're going to touch upon the Ballon D'or awards that took place today in Paris, France. Sit back and hang tight, guys, because you don't want to miss it all. And let's get this started. Yeah. Alright guys, before we start off this daily recap, if this is the first time you're tuning into this channel, or if you're returning back, just want to say thank you for tuning in. But please, we are trying to grow this channel here, and I could really use your guys' help to grow this channel here. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, and sharing this video as well as this channel. But guys, first off, we are going to jump right into it. Sixers versus Utah Jazz down at the Wells Fargo Center. And this would be the second and last matchup against the Utah Jazz. And guys, in this game, we got the dominating Sixers team we know and love this season, as the Sixers would win this game 103-94, a nice 8-point win. And honestly, it was an absolute dominating performance. The Sixers were even up by 20 points at one point in this game here. And guys, when we look at the reasons why the Sixers won this game here, we have to first discuss the defense. As we know with this Sixers team this season, the defensive unit is one of the huge keys for the success of the Sixers team, especially going forward. And the defense stepped up big time today. They did not make anything easy for this Utah Jazz offense, and this defense would be led by two players in particular. And first off, let's talk about Matisse Thybulle, who to me was the player of the game today, simply because he is continuously improving as a rookie, guys. He's really making his point to Brett Brown of giving him more minutes. Now, he wouldn't tear up the stat sheet with 9 points on one rebound and 2 assists, but he was all over the court throughout this game. And defensively, you really don't have to worry about him on the defensive side of the basketball, because he is one of the best young defenders a quarter way into his rookie season. He would play so good. Brett Brown decided to put him in the starting lineup in the second half. He originally started Furkan Korkmaz in the first half, but Furkan really wasn't getting anything going. And with Furkan, there's no in-between with him. It's either he's having a really good game, he's scoring 20-plus points, or he's just really lost and is not really doing much. And in this game, he really wasn't doing much. And with Matisse stepping it up, Brett Brown gave him the nod in the second half. And this is going to be the continuous battle throughout the season. Whether it's going to be Matisse or Furkan getting the crucial minutes come playoff time. Definitely going to be something fun to watch. The other key part of this game would have to be Al Horford, who stepped up big in this game and had a huge game here for the Philadelphia 76ers. He was big on the defensive side of the court, and we saw a young Al Horford, in my opinion. My man was hustling all over the court here. He finished this game with 17 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists. This was definitely an offensive game we needed from Al Horford. Al Horford playing the 4 alongside JoJo is beneficial for this team. He is great when he's behind the 3-point line, because quite frankly, he's a better 3-point shooter than JoJo, and that creates a lot of space for other guys. This Twin Tower match with JoJo and Al Horford is really starting to work for the Philadelphia 76ers. Tobias Harris would have a big game here as well, as he would lead the team with scoring with 26 points. He was knocking down a couple of trees. He was working it with Ben Simmons as well. Definitely a big game for Tobias Harris. Quiet. It was definitely a quiet, solid night for Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid wasn't as dominant as he usually is, and by not as dominant, I mean he scored 16 points on 11 boards and 4 assists. You know, it's crazy because we're used to JoJo scoring at least 30 points, but to be quite honest with you guys, Rudy Gobert had JoJo's number a couple times in this game, and in my opinion, Gobert was the better center in this game here. Gobert himself would finish with 27 points, leading the Utah Jazz team. It seems as if maybe if Brett Brown is looking to rest JoJo, it would be to rest him on Monday night. Last Monday was the Toronto game where he scored 0 points. And today, in this Monday, wasn't one of his stronger games either. But it's definitely a thought to put out there, especially when JoJo is averaging 22 points this season. Last but not least, we got to talk about Ben Simmons here, because you know what? Ben Ben was honestly Ben in this game here. He would make smart moves here in this game. He was active on the defensive side of the court as well. When Ben is active on the defensive side of the basketball, the Sixers are going to win majority of those games. He would finish with 14 points, 8 boards, and 9 assists, and he definitely stepped his game up, quite frankly. He almost got the triple-double here. Despite the good performance by the Sixers, and they dominated at times in this game, especially in the first half, the second half, again, was an issue. The Jazz outscored the Sixers in the second half. Now, I know we had this win here, but guys, you have to finish games here. I don't care what the scoreline is. If you are up by 20, you got to finish that game and win by 20 points. Too many times this season with the Sixers, you see them crumble a lead in the fourth quarter. I want to see the Sixers finding a way to finish games. You're going to start the game with high intensity, end the game with high intensity. I want to see some more of that, but can't be too mad with this performance. The Sixers win yet again. Since that debacle against the Toronto Raptors, the Sixers have now won 4 games in a row, and in those 4 games, they have been convincing performances by this team. Next up for the Philadelphia 76ers, we're going to take a little trip down to our nation's capital as we are going to face off against the Washington Wizards for the first time this season. That will be a Thursday night, 7 o'clock tip-off. And I expect nothing less than a victory by our Sixers. All right, guys, let's talk about the next topic that is on my mind today, because we had our Ballon D'or ceremonies yet again this season. And with no surprise here, Lionel Messi walks away with his 6th consecutive Ballon D'or trophy. And with this 6th trophy, he has now won the most Ballon d'Ors all time. He is now one Ballon d'Or ahead of his arch nemesis Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 5 of those, Johns. And Messi would finish ahead of Virgil van Dijk, who finished in 2nd, and that same guy Cristiano Ronaldo, who would finish in 3rd. And there was a lot of talk here whether or not the committee would actually give the trophy to a center back in Virgil van Dijk. Now, if you guys know me, you know me very well, and obviously, I love Napoli and I love Kalidou Koulibaly, and I constantly make the case that he is the best center back in the world. But to be quite honest with you guys, over the last 2 years at least, Virgil van Dijk has really changed the game as that center back. There's no one, quite frankly, who is as dominant and as consistent as Virgil van Dijk. He's an absolute beast on the defensive side there. It's very hard to get by him. He's a big physical boy, and he's honestly really good playing the ball with his feet. But unfortunately, to win the Ballon d'Or, you got to score goals, and it helps to score a lot of those goals. And for Virgil van Dijk being a center back, it's really tough to score goals unless it's going to be on a set piece. But definitely made a run for the money, definitely made it interesting, but at the end of the day, they were going to give it to Lionel Messi. Now with Messi, guys, honestly, when it comes to him, he to me is the most skilled soccer player I've ever seen, ever. All right. He's, skill-wise, and to my opinion, he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo. He's better than Pelé. He's better than my own favorite, Diego Armando Maradona. But the issue with me when it comes to Lionel Messi is that I don't think he comes up clutch in crucial moments the way he should be. When you have the talent of Lionel Messi, you should have more trophies to your name. Now, granted, he's got 34 trophies, and I completely understand that. But Leo also has played with some of the best soccer teams of all time, playing with the teams with Andres Iniesta and Xavi. But even if you look at the last couple seasons, why is it that Messi, and as older he gets, he's getting more experience, and he's still as dominant, if not even more dominant than he was before? Why is it that he can't take this Barcelona team to the promised land of Champions League? We saw last year in the semifinals of the Champions League, they had a 3-0 aggregate heading to Liverpool in the second game of the semifinals. And Barcelona lost it all as Liverpool came back and scored 4 unanswered goals to win the aggregate 4-3. And where was Messi at that time? And when it comes to international play, that's where he gets the most critique, especially from me. Messi, again, as good as he is, why hasn't he won a World Cup? Why hasn't he won a Copa America by himself? But in all honesty, it is fair to give it to Lionel Messi. He was the leading goal scorer in La Liga as well as Champions League play last season. He did take Barcelona to the Copa del Rey final, He won La Liga, and he also took Barcelona to the Champions League semifinal. So for most other players, not named Messi or Ronaldo, those are some pretty good accolades. But congratulations to Lionel Messi. He's definitely well deserved of it. But let me know from you guys, did Messi deserve this Ballon d'Or here? Let me know below, guys. But guys, that's all I have for you today. Not much going on a Monday besides the Sixers and some Ballon d'Or stuff. But in the comments below, if you want to talk about anything Sixers or if you want to talk about Ballon d'Or, Messi, or anything soccer, let's talk about it down below in the comments below. Guys, thanks again for watching. If you were a fan of what you saw today, definitely help me grow this channel out here. How do you help, you say? It is quite simple, actually. Just help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for notifications, and sharing this video as well as this channel. And if you want to follow me on other platforms of social media, definitely do so. Follow me on Twitter at Parcero Philly and on Instagram at L_Parcero_Philly. Guys, I'm at Parcero Philly, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.